Here's a quick overview of 3QI Labs' Awetest automation platform for open source, cross-browser, and mobile testing. Our demo will execute automation tests through Awetest on the popular Coles.com web and mobile native application. Awetest is a Rails app that can be deployed on-premise or in the cloud. The Awetest server connects to agents, called shamasins, running remotely. Shamasins are responsible for executing and reporting on the automation tests. What you see now is the Awetest mWEB module for iOS and Android mobile browser testing. You see the dashboard where you have a snapshot of the current activity. From here, we navigate to the test cases section where you maintain your tests. Awetest mWEB supports open source libraries like Calabash, Appium, Cucumber, and more. Awetest also ships with numerous predefined libraries to help simplify and scale your automation. For Coles, we built some simple Cucumber scripts that leverage both the prepackaged Awetest libraries along with custom libraries and frameworks. Once your tests are in Awetest, you can launch a new run from the Jobs section. Here, you select the tests you want to run and configure the various attributes like test environments, mobile OS SDK combinations, video playback, etc. that you want to test. You can also choose to run tests in parallel or sequentially on specific devices or any available device that meets your platform SDK criteria. Some of the other neat features are a performance flagging option, saving jobs as templates, which can also be executed through the Awetest API, debug mode for additional logging, and email notifications. We've chosen to run 2 tests on 2 Android devices in parallel, and we hit run. The status indicator tells us that both jobs have started. The shamasin launches and executes the Cucumber tests against Coles.com. We'll pan to the devices. On the left phone, we're navigating through the Coles website to a product page, and on the right, we're searching for a specific product. Once the job is complete, you can get historical reports and analysis in the reports section. You have a snapshot of defect rate and density broken down by category and tests. In the details section, you can drill down further. This is where you'll get detailed, click-by-click breakdown of the executed jobs. We'll go into a report of a test previously ran to view the reports for a job that has an error in it. Here you can expand and see exactly what the errors were. Awetest has built-in integration with HP ALM, and you'll see a bug icon alongside any failed validations in your Awetest report. Simply click that and log the defect in ALM with all the metadata directly from the Awetest interface. Awetest also integrates with ALM's test plan and test lab modules. You can get more details on our website or videos on our YouTube channel. Clicking the eye icon allows you to trace back directly into the script to see the exact point of failure and to make changes directly into the browser if necessary. This feature also allows you to add notes to any interaction, and then up top you can share your reports with non-Awetest users and export to PDF or Excel. Last but not least, you have video playback capability, where the video of the test running on emulator or device is recorded and available to review on Awetest. Here's some footage of the tests we just ran on the Android devices. Pretty cool. Awetest also supports custom assets where you can define application-specific custom libraries and data and keyword-driven frameworks. You can also create simple key-value pairs for small data sets that you can use in your automation, all of which can be managed in the Assets section here. Now we'll jump into the mAPP module for automating tests for native and hybrid iOS and Android applications. As you can see, the flow and usability is very consistent across Awetest. You have the same modules, test case, jobs, reports, and assets all across the top, and the flow is exactly the same. We'll go into the Management tab now because in the mAPP module, Awetest allows you to upload your own app and APK files directly into Awetest so you can select the specific version build of the app you want to test against. Awetest does a clean install of the application each time you run a test. You can upload the application here, where you can manage various aspects of your Awetest setup. You can add projects, add, edit, delete users, manage your mobile lab and devices, get API keys, add licenses, etc. Now the mAPP jobs page, we'll select version 1 of the Coles native Android application and start executing. Everything else works exactly as you saw earlier in the mWEB module. You use the same shamasin infrastructure, machines, and devices, and reporting. Everything is in this module, including the reports, ALM sync, and even the video recording and playback of your test runs. Now, the last part of the demo, the web module for Mac and Windows browser automation across all major browsers. Again, flow and usability is exactly the same. You manage your tests in the test cases section. Awetest Web supports Cucumber, Ruby, JUnit, Sakuli, Water, and Selenium WebDriver. When you execute the job, you will select an OS browser combination and have the option to run your tests in sequential/parallel or burst mode. Burst allows you to run a selected number of tests sequentially across any number of available Shamisen machines. A useful feature for regression tests and certifying across multiple OS browser combinations. What you see here is the Shamisens receiving the tests and executing them on coles.com on Chrome as we had specified. Once done, you can view the reports and graphs just like the mWEB and mAPP modules, down to the line level detail, traceability back into the script, and of course the video playback. So now that you've seen the cross-browser functional testing, we'll walk through a quick demo of the automated responsive breakpoint testing. Awetest supports the Galen Framework, an open source framework specifically for responsive testing. The Galen Framework allows you to define, design, and lay out rules across different breakpoints for a given view. Here we see our test file where we configure our breakpoints to be tested. We'll be running a simple test on the Microsoft.com website across 3 different breakpoints: 450, 850, and 1024 pixels. Next, we see our spec file where we define the rules to be validated by Galen. Some of the tests we will be executing include validating the following: image width and dimensions at different breakpoints, pixel distance between any 2 or more view elements at different breakpoints, alignment of logo with menu, and text validation. All of this is defined in your test files, which are uploaded to Awetest. Again, simply execute the job as we've done before, which will launch 3 browser sessions at the different breakpoints and validate all the rules we mentioned above. Once completed, you can view the Galen report, which is very detailed, with screenshots and view elements highlighted. In this case, we found one error in the breakpoint. The menu and logo were not center aligned. So, that was a quick overview of Awetest for mobile browser, mobile application, and desktop browser testing. We've conducted over 3 million tests across a variety of different applications and platforms across Fortune 50 banks to small 5-person venture-backed startups.